Hi skiers, I'm Jeff from skiessentials.com. We're here today to talk about another 2018 ski. We're on snow now here in Stowe, Vermont. The mountain's been open since November 17th. We've been on snow for a few weeks now. So loving that we're back on snow, back on skis. We'll be rolling out some more reviews now that we can get up there and do some testing. And I've been skiing quite a few days so far. I've spent on this Nordica Soul Rider 87. Nordica's been making some waves in the ski world in recent years. I think most people are familiar with the Enforcer now. The Enforcer 100 was reintroduced a few years ago as a singular ski, and now that line has expanded into 4 models. 2 of which are brand new, the 110 and the Enforcer Pro, which we'll be taking a closer look at those once we get a little bit more snow and can justify using a ski that's 110 underfoot. They also have a new series this year, the Navigator Collection. We did a full review on the Navigator 90. I think we released that midwinter last year. We were able to get on a pair early, and then all of the Navigators and most of the Enforcers, with the exception of the Pro, I believe, those results are in our ski test as well, so check that out. And the Soul Rider collection from Nordica is another one. It's been around for a few years actually, and it kind of flies under the radar, partly because of the success of the Enforcer. But essentially the Soul Rider is the Nordica twin tip line. And you know, it's easy to look at a collection of twin tips and think that they're just park and pipe skis, but you know, Nordica puts a lot of thought and design into these skis, and the result is something that a lot of skiers can enjoy, more so than just park skiers. So construction, well, let's talk about models first. This is the 87 that I've been skiing. This is the wider model, the 97. Basically the 97 and the 87 share essentially everything, construction, shape, rocker profile, all that stuff. The 97's just 10 millimeters wider, and then the 84 over here is a little bit different of a ski. It's cap construction and it is full camber, but it's still a full wood core. That's a tremendous value over there. Lighter weight skiers, younger skiers, that Soul Rider 84 is an awesome ski. But anyways, back to the focus here, the 87. So where the Enforcer series uses a wood core that's sandwiched by 2 sheets of metal, the Soul Riders use Nordica's Energy 2 carbon construction. Essentially the difference, there's no metal in this ski, it's still a wood core, and there's carbon along the edges of the ski. So what I am most impressed by, I'm having a lot of fun on that ski. You know, it's right up my alley, an all-mountain twin tip. It's camber underfoot with tip and tail rocker, 18.5 meter turn radius and the 185 meter length. Let's verify that. Yep. So you know, kind of medium turn radius on that ski. But I've been really impressed by. You know, I think it's easy to look at an all-mountain twin tip and assume that it's not going to have great torsional stiffness, not going to have that much power and energy. It holds an edge really well for being a twin tip, no metal, tip and tail rocker. It really does hold an edge well, and there's a lot of snap and pop in and out of a turn. You can actually load the ski up quite a bit because it's not a super stiff flex. You know, there is some give to the flex of the ski. It's pretty easy to load it up when you're skiing, and it responds. It really responds with some energy out of a turn. The more you load it up, you get a little bit more spring, and you can really manipulate turn shape quite a bit with how much you're pressuring the tip of the ski. There are multiple mount points on this ski. I have it mounted center, so you know, when I'm skiing it, I find that I have to stay a little bit more balanced. I'm not really driving the tip of the ski as much as I could. So if you're not going to be skiing it backwards at all, if you're not going to be taking it into the rain park, I would recommend mounting it a little bit further back. There is a traditional mount point on it as well. I can't remember exactly what the difference is. I think it's around 7 centimeters between the center mark and the traditional mark. So whether you go all the way back to that traditional mark or somewhere in between, there's definitely some ability to kind of customize the mount point in there. But yeah, I've been really impressed with the way that they hold an edge. Carving is really what surprised me most about this ski. Because there's tail rocker in it, it's pretty easy to release the tail edge, get it to make some pivoty, snappy turns. We don't have great moguls yet, but we have had a few days where I've been skiing some moguls on it, and for a center-mounted 185, there's a fair amount of ski behind you on a ski like that, and I've found that it's really easy to swing the tail of the ski around. So a lot of fun, as just an all-mountain ski. It can carve an edge. You don't have to throw quite as much skier input at it and power as you do on an enforcer. Along the same lines, it doesn't have quite the stability and power of an enforcer because there's no metal in it. But definitely feels really, really energetic, really responsive. It's got a really fun feel. I think fun is a good way to just describe that ski in general. And then, it is a twin tip, and I do have a park skiing background, so to speak. So I've been skiing it in the park here and there. Stowe's got a little rail set up right now. And what I've been thinking about most is swing weight. So a 185, for me, it's the longest length of this ski. I'm 5'10", about 150 pounds. So sometimes I'll get on a 185 and it feels like a lot of ski to throw around, especially when I start, sliding rails and doing little jibby tricks. But I've been really impressed by how easy these are to get around. It's early season, so my legs are still kind of warming up, and I haven't felt overwhelmed by them doing little mini tricks in the terrain park. So despite it being a 185, it's still pretty fun, pretty playful. So I think these skis are great. Like I said, even if you're not a terrain park skier, you can really have fun on them. Maybe you tested an enforcer and just thought it was a little bit too heavy for you. That Soul Rider 97, there's a lot of people on that ski from industry pros. You see a fair amount of ski patrollers skiing it, even though it's not a flat tail. A lot of ski patrollers like a flat tail. But for me, anytime I see a ski patroller on a ski, I know it's pretty legit. So Soul Rider Collection definitely flies under the radar a little bit, but check them out. Like I said, regardless of whether you're kind of a park skier or just an all-mountain skier that wants a playful ski, they're great. Another thing I really, really like about them, they have a kind of durable, scratch-resistant top sheet, which I'm typically pretty hard on skis, and the top sheets look great in my opinion. So yeah, check them out. Soul Rider, this is the 87, this is the 97, and that's the 84. And we'll be keeping up with 2018 ski reviews throughout the season, pretty much up until we're getting on 2019 stuff. So keep checking back to Chairlift Chat, and we will see you guys on the slopes.